tale. The esoteric approach won't fail. Tune in, it's time for Common Man. Common Man, Common Man, charms the housewives like no one can. What'd you shoot? Where'd we play? Non-stop nonsense on deck today. Tune in, it's time for Common Man.
Oh boy! Why should anybody aspire to be a common man, an average man? Do you realize what it means to be average? That means you're the best of the lousiest, and the lousiest of the best. Now, if we demand more and more for producing less and less, while the have-not nations encourage and inspire and indeed require hard work and maximum effort, if we deify the common men while they encourage and reward the uncommon ones, well, the end result of such a lopsided race as that is too obvious to require elaboration.
I mean, it's like, hello?
Stop! Time is running out on Dan Cole's round. Let's go to 15. Bob?
Yeah, John Cole has been visibly angry. He's been talking to himself quite a bit. And it doesn't get any easier here on the par 3 15th hole at Minnesota National. This hole is guarded by two bunkers with a big tree in front of the green. Very challenging tee shot. He's opted to hit a 5-iron here. Cole, unreal pants, fluttering in the wind, mumbling to himself, I've got to have this shot.
Hooty-hoo!
Ooh, that's very well struck. Spinning through the air like a J.J. McCarthy pass. It's right on line. Looking good. Oh, my! It's in! I can't believe what I just saw. A hole-in-one for Cole at the 15th, and he's pointing at patrons in the gallery shouting, you doubted me, you doubted me, you doubted me, and now he's embracing his son, Peter. What a moment between father and son here at the 15th at Minnesota National.
Little Cubbies versus Little Tigers, bottom of the third inning. Little Johnny up to bat. Little Billy, the pretend pitcher for the Little Cubbies. Little Billy pretends to pitch. Little Johnny swings, and it's a dribbler to second base, and it goes by Little Aaron through to the gap. All 9 Little Cubbies chasing after it. The right fielder, Little Danny, laying on the ground, playing with dandelions. He won't get there. Maybe the right center fielder, Little Kenny, will. No, it goes by Little Kenny, too. All the Little Tigers will score, except Little Johnny. Little Johnny is running the wrong way. The man that hit the dribbler to the gap is going the wrong way. He's rounding second, but in the opposite direction. Pandemonium here on field number 3.
Well done, young man!
I'm a fraud.
Yes.
He's the clown from Brown. He's the 4th in the North. This is the Common Man, Dan Cole.
Greetings, good afternoon, and ack-ack-a-dack, and dack-dack-a-ack, you and yours. Ack-ack-a-dack is your password for tomfoolery and skullduggery. It won't get you into the Minnesota State Fair today. I think Friday it's a Yeah Baby Friday, good-looking gal Friday. They're everywhere in the audience. I wish they all could be Minnesota girls. Just came up with a new song. I'm the Common Man, Dan Cole. He is 10 to be. We're here till 3. I'm a radio dinosaur. I hope this isn't my La Brea tar pit, because if this thing comes crumbling down, we're donezo. But someday, archaeologists and paleontologists will sift through the rubble that will be 1600 Utica Avenue South, and they will stumble across my skeletal remains and my cold, dead, rigor mortis-laden lips attached to a Neumann BCM 104 microphone, the best in the business, except no others. They'll say, egad, it's a social commentator with an archaic communication device. I am here until 3 with 10 to be. We have much to get to. The mouth guitar guy will close out the show in his 49th year at the Minnesota State Fair. No legendary one today, but the feminine touch of the program, Lil B, will be here at 1 o'clock. We'll do a couple of segments with her, and then coming up at 1:30 will be a State Fair edition of Program Password. Justin Gard, JG, the tasteless box of mashed potatoes. He, along with a Phil and Fuller. Max Fuller will join us for some Program Password, and that'll be at 1:30. A special appearance today by my oldest son, who I created from my loins. He's going to make an appearance, and we've come up with this is going to be good. I was going to tease this, but I'm going to let the cat out of the bag right now. Speaking of the bag, Tenneby has come up with some burlap sacks. Here they are.
Thanks to Amazon.
Back in 1970, I won the Adams School Elementary School track and field day sack race. I won the blue ribbon. It's my greatest achievement as an athlete. I've not been in a sack since. Well, no, I must have because I created kids for my loins. So I must have been. But I've not, where's everybody going? Is it, it's just bathroom, it's not that bad? The bathroom, yeah, they got a wretch there. So anyway, I've not done the sack race since. My boy has never done the sack race. My oldest boy, Deuce, will be here, and at 2:30, we are going to do a sack race here. Father versus son.
A duel with Deuce.
It's a duel with Deuce. It's father versus son. The geezer versus... I was thinking if you and I did one, it would be the geezer versus the fan of Weezer.
Yeah.
That's what it would be. I don't know, though. The only way I would want to compete against you in a sack race would be if you would have a scoop of ice cream prior to it, because if you have paid attention, Tenneby cannot do any athletic endeavor. He cannot play old man hockey at 10 o'clock at night if he's had a scoop of ice cream at 12 noon because he feels it in his stomach. He's built different. He can feel it.
Are you holding off today on the bad state fair food then before your big duel Deuce?
Well, you know what? It all depends. I don't have a lot of resolve when it comes to that. I don't have a lot of willpower. So if somebody did, like if Blue Barn comes by again and they have, how good were those? Did you have any of the French toast?
I didn't have any of that. No.
Well, everything they brought over was really good. But anyway, there's plenty to get to today. I mean, we got the Twins are back in action against the White Sox. This is really a do or die series against the White Sox. We're 5 back in the standings. 4 in the wild card. We need a 3-game sweep of the Chicago White Sox. Minnesota Vikings play their final preseason game tonight, and shortly thereafter, I think Sunday will become cut-down day. We'll find out what the final 53-man roster is. Also, still nothing on the Wolves or Wild front. The Wolves yesterday, of course, assigned Badabinga, Badakaminga, and he will be our power forward. And the Minnesota Lynx, they're steamrolling toward creating another parade for us. With all of those topics to get to, I'm not sure where to begin, so why don't we do this? Let's spin the wheel of topics.
Wheel of Topics!
Commons Golf Game.
No, I don't think that's ever happened before. I'm not prepared for this.
What did you shoot today?
I shot an 83.
Where'd we play?
A Prestwick at Wedgwood and Woodbury.
Where'd you hit it on? One.
Where do you think? Right up the gut.
How far from the green were you?
I had a 8-iron in my hand, and I thought it was spot on. It came up short, checked up on the fringe.
Then what?
Well, I got up and down for par. The problem is I just can't afford a blow-up hole. I was 3 over through 9, and then I triple 10 right away. Then here's the other problem. I was supposed to do.
What happened on 10?
Oh, I hit it in the junk, took a drop, smacked it over to the right, chunked it.
That's an intimidating drive.
Yeah, it's all intimidating. But nevertheless, what happened was I had one of those. How many people do those virtual doctor's appointments where you're on a little Zoom call with them? Anybody do those things? I just love that you don't have to go to the clinic anymore. So I had one scheduled because I have this growth on my nose. Can you see this little scab?
Oh,
there?
yeah.
And it won't go away, so I think I have Basa salmonella. I think it might be skin cancer, right? So because I'm a hypochondriac, right? It's the first thing that comes to my mind.
Sure.
And my wife says, well, maybe you should have it checked out. So I schedule the virtual meeting with a doctor. And so it's going to be at 10 o'clock. I'll be at home after my round of golf. I get a call from the clinic at a little after 9. Are you ready to go right now? And I'm standing. Well, no, I'm trying to bring home around. I'm right now.
Skin cancer or try to shoot par.
I'm 8
what's my
over,
priority?
and I'm trying to bring home an 80 or better. I'm in the 16th fairway. And so I go, well, I'm really not ready. I go, what can you, how about, I was scheduled for 10. I go, how about 9:30? Oh, she's busy then. Okay, I'll go ahead and do it then. She wanted me to do it at 9:15. So she says 9:15. I hit a brilliant shot onto the green, but then I 3-putt on the downhiller. I call that a medical doctor-induced 3-putt. Right? You have cell phone 3-putts, or you have, whatever, a mower guy 3-putt. This is a medical doctor-induced 3-putt. So then I'm on 17 tee box. She goes, I tell her my issues. I say, as a matter of fact, I'm golfing right now. Oh, really? That sounds like fun. So as she's talking to me, I've got the phone resting on the tee marker, right?
Yeah.
And I got a 7-wood in my hand because it's about a 175-yard par 3, right? And she's asking me questions, but now I'm distracted.
Sure.
So now I hit a low liner that never gets more than knee high off the ground, and it skips all the way to the back of the green. No! But then I do get the appointment scheduled, and so everything was Jake at that point. But it was. And so that's why I think
threw off your round.
I think it threw off my round. So
and I'm rightfully so.
I'm throwing the medical doctor under the bus. Everybody's got to have a ball guy or gal, and that's what mine's going to be. On 18,
what'd you hit for your second shot at 18?
Oh, a 4-wood. Yeah, it's a par 5. My 5-iron could just as well have been a pitchfork. So we'll see. Now I got a schedule. Oh, and then I call him, and she says, we'll get you in right away. Because how many people try to schedule an appointment with a dermatologist, a routine dermatology? That'll be 3 years from now. We
Correct.
can get you. So what are you talking about 3 years from now? So she says, oh, no, if I give you, we can get you in as early as next Monday. Wait for the text. Text comes. I fill it all out. All of a sudden it says January of 2027. I could be dead by January of 2027. So then I call back to I call the main switchboard. She told me that, okay. So then they send it. So I had scheduled the appointment, right? So now I have to unschedule it. When I scheduled the appointment, because I didn't know I was getting the 20 in 2027 until I was all done. I thought I was getting a Monday. She said Monday. So now, but it was all approved and everything, insurance. When I went to rebook it the next time, they resent me the link. I said, now it says I don't have any coverage. So my insurance lapsed in like a 45-minute time frame, I guess. So I don't know what to do.
It's all a racket.
Well, they're running. The NFL's nothing but a racket. They're running a racket. So that's where it stands right now. Do you think that looks gnarly?
I think it looks okay. Yeah,
well, it looks okay. Well,
it's nothing.
But that's what I thought. But the scab comes back on this morning. I woke up and it looked like I had. I mean, it was.
Oh, it looked worse this morning. Right now, it looks just.
There was blood all
nothing.
over the place. So, and I'm a hypochondriac. I admit it. I think any ache or pain I get, I immediately think, well, I got this, I got that. For the longest time, I thought I had African sleeping sickness. Even though I'd never been bitten by a tsetse fly, but that's what I thought. I had African sleeping sickness. So I get all of these maladies, and I think it's something more serious than it is. But we'll soldier through it. We're going to take a break here. We'll do Peek at the Purple. We got much to get to. We're excited about Little B coming here. Thanks for coming out to the Common Man program with Tennessee. Don't forget Mouth Guitar Guys. Well, we have all sorts of great merchandise to sell. So come on out and see us. We'll take a short break, come back with more. We're broadcasting live from Carousel Park in the shadows of the grandstand. It's the Common Man program along with Tennessee right here on the Fan.
This is the Common Man, Dan Cole, live from the fair on the Fan, presented by Mesh, Besher, and Spence.
From the 1-800-ASK Gary Traffic Center.
The Fan welcomes Luke Combs to U.S. Bank Stadium Saturday, April 10th, 2027. Get complete details on the concert page, KFAN.com, keyword calendar.
Back here at the Minnesota State Fair, Tennessee, taking pictures, kissing babies. He's a very popular man here at the Minnesota State Fair. And we're glad you could drop by today. Now, during that break, Tennessee, a nurse came up and examined my nose.
Yep.
She said, was there flaking by it? I said, yeah. She goes, it's probably precancerous. It's no big deal. Another guy came.
No big deal.
Well, no, they can take care of it just like
Sure.
that. They just, boom, it's done.
Well, not if it's January 2027.
Well,
they might
that's
not be able
it.
to take care of it by
that
then.
was my problem. Then another guy came up here and said, I've had that. There's nothing to that. They'll burn that baby right off. So, right, they just burn that baby right off, right? They just burn it off. So, I feel a little...
I would just text Dr. Doug.
Well, Dr. Doug.
He's the smartest person I've ever known, so I trust him with my life.
I really like Dr. Doug. I really like Tepetanka. When are you going up there to play?
We were actually scheduled to go there in September.
What happened?
We had a trip set up, and his doctor duties got in the way. So two of the people where he works with are in maternity leave, and so now he can't get out of there.
Time out.
Yeah.
And this isn't a bit. You know what? If you are a member at Tepatonka, this is one of the features they have. They're usually the member has to be there with people. They pay that flat fee, and they can send non-members there to play golf without the member being there. I'll take Doug's
How come Dr.
place.
Duck didn't inform me of that?
I don't know why. You might want to ask about that. Tell him the official, unofficial ambassador of Minnesota Golf knows a little bit more about Tepatonka than he might think.
I got to check my work day now, too, because I think I might have taken that day off.
Yeah.
Now I can work.
Yeah. Well, it was going to be a weekday.
It was a Friday. It was a weekend trip. It was going to be Friday, Saturday.
Well, so we were going to play like several rounds.
Yes.
Okay. Well,
we're going to stay there.
Dr. Duck knows my number. You know my number. I like golf. I like Tepatonka. How about that? Isn't that funny? Well, you know who your friends are. Time for Peek at the Purple, brought to you by our friends at Affordable Electric. Affordable Electric will handle all of your electrical needs. Tend to be, and if you're thinking of selling your house, you want to make sure it passes inspection. If you think you have some flickering lights or breakers that are tripping or whatever the case may be, or any electrical need at all, go ahead and visit with my folks at Affordable Electric. And by the way, for a limited time, $50 off on any visit of $375 or more. There are some restrictions that apply. Can't be just for an evaluation. If you have work to do and it's $375 or more, they'll knock $50 off it. Affordable-electric.com or 612-331-VOLT. Affordable-electric.com. I got to brace myself for this. Affordable Electric is shockingly affordable. Vikings take on the Denver Broncos tonight. Game, the third preseason game of the season. Paul Allen on the call. Lieber and Versich will be there as well. Tend to be your thoughts. It's really, it won't go very far in determining how the Vikings will do during the regular season, but it probably will determine the fate of at least a handful of players. There will be some players that, if they have a nice performance tonight, make a couple of big plays, splash plays, and they've had a decent camp, they'll make the club and somebody else won't. So there is some competition, but it's really probably just for a handful of players, right?
Let me explain to you the lack of importance that's going on in this game tonight.
Okay.
One,
PA's not doing the game?
Kevin O'Connell is like joining live on as the game's going on the headset. Okay. Two, which I just heard the previous show when PA was on calling from Denver. Apparently, at some point, Josh Metellus is calling plays for the defense tonight.
Oh, you're making that
so
up.
When you have a player calling plays, like you're mailing in the game. Like you've placed zero importance on this. So I don't know how much they're going to take out of this.
Do you think the NFL...
Though we'll watch the backup quarterbacks go, and we'll break down every single throw they make tonight.
Do you think the NFL will take the approach to preseason games as they finally done with the Pro Bowl and just says, I didn't play them, it's just a waste of time?
They should.
They probably really should, right? That's
the only advantage of NFL adding another game to the regular season. And the NHL has now added 2 more games to the regular season. Is NHL now eliminated 2 preseason games? NFL eliminated preseason.
Well,
games.
they've always
the only benefit of it.
They've always stated that the purpose, and that would be one of the main purposes in all these preseasons, whether it's Major League Baseball, NFL, NBA, or NHL, it's to shake some rust off and get everybody cohesive and such like that. But my point would be and that might make them a little bit sharper when the season starts. But if every team goes by that, you know what I'm saying? So if no teams play preseason games, well, then they're all
the same playing field.
They'll be on the same level playing field, and I don't think
then they can just do another joint practice.
Well, I don't think most fans wouldn't be watching that first game and go, boy, they look a little rusty. They probably should have played preseason football. It'll be like any.
You could argue they already do
exactly.
Because it wasn't that long ago where players did actually. Remember, like, back in, like, the 90s and 2000s, when you'd go into the 4 preseason games, and, like, the first preseason game, your starters would play a half.
Yes.
And then the third one was always, like, the dress rehearsal, where your starters might play 3/4 of that game. Now they play so little in these games. Anyway, they're already rusty when they get to week 1.
Exactly.
There's no difference.
No, you're absolutely right. As a matter of fact, Kyler
Murray's going to enter the season having played 1 drive, where he threw 3 passes
for 10 yards.
Yeah, and they were all just pitch and catch, short throws.
Correct. Matter of fact, what they used,
and he's on a new offense.
What they used to do was that third game was first half in one series, and sometimes the whole third quarter, but usually it's just so. And they would do it because they take themselves too seriously. Got to see how they come out of the halftime after making adjustments. It's like, there's nothing that's going to happen coming out of that halftime in preseason that's going to affect the regular season. Yeah. And I think they finally realized that. I think just like the NFL finally admitted, the Pro Bowl really is just a waste of time because and I don't blame players for not trying to give it like it's a regular season game because no one wants to have. You can have career, certainly season for the next season.
Yeah.
I mean, if one of those guys tears a knee in the Pro Bowl in, February or January, whenever they play it, he might be out for an entire season. Why would you want to do that?
Which impacts your pocketbook pretty good.
Exactly, and then it impacts your team's success. It makes no sense whatsoever. And so I think that's another reason why they've said, let's not even bother with it's an exercise in futility is what it is. So I think they're going to stop that. Coverage on the Fan will begin. Is it 6 o'clock?
6 o'clock tonight.
6 o'clock.
We are not going to do any Vikings fan line tonight because of how late the game is. 8 o'clock start. So we'll just finish the post game with Muss. Even Rosen's not appearing on the post game tonight.
Well, let me ask you a question. We do a Vikings fan line for preseason games, generally speaking.
Yes.
People will call in and actually talk about the preseason game and I really like Joe Bag of Donuts. He's third.
I like Jacoby Thomas.
Yeah. Warren would call in.
Oh, of course he would.
He would, but I can't imagine anybody else wanting to call in.
He's a P1, I think we call him.
Yeah. And, again, it's what we do, so I should probably be careful and not try to hey, thanks, my boy. Appreciate that. Thank you. I may not, I shouldn't criticize what we do, but I did program 5 radio stations in my career.
Football always wins.
Okay, actually 3, but only 4. But 5 sounds like more than 4. I just don't think a fan line is really worth it during the regular season. But I also think that you shouldn't have to do any preseason game. If Justin Jefferson doesn't have to play in the preseason, why should you as master control supervisor? You're a veteran. You're the best master. If he's the best wide receiver in pro football, I'm willing to bet you're the best master control supervisor.
I would guess that is accurate.
He's got one of only 32 jobs in the world. There are 32 master control supervisors for the National Football League. You're one of 30. I wonder where you rank in that. Do you think
and all the other master control supervisors are waiting for me to get my big contract deal so they can kind of slot in accordingly. They're all waiting for me to sign.
And they're going to be waiting a long time. A really, really long time.
Correct.
Because I don't think that's going to be I don't think that's going. Think about how is it that we have the best play-by-play guy box.
Yeah.
We have the best sideline analyst, and the best master control supervisor.
We're loaded. It's a dream team.
Now, our fan line guy might only be the 3rd or 4th best, but he's just kind of starting, right? Isn't Nordo's done it occasionally?
He's done a couple of years.
But
him and Ron.
Yeah. So he's working at it.
Muss has been around a while.
Yeah, Muss has been around. He has. Yeah, Muss knows his stuff too. Hey, we'll take a break. By the way, Peek at the Purple was brought to you by our pals at Affordable Electric. For all of your electrical needs, please support them. 612-331-VOLT or 1-8 or Affordable Electric. Affordable-electric.com. I'll get it straight eventually. Affordable.
You can always just Google Affordable Electric. That's how you find it.
Affordable-electric.com. And remember, they are shockingly affordable. Take a break.
We should mention, too, we haven't even mentioned at the fair, microphone's open, and starting at 1 o'clock, we're not going to have any segments available. So if you want to jump on and talk to the Common Man.
Yeah, because Lil B at
next segment, it's a good time to do it.
She'll join us at 1 until 1:30, and then we'll play Program Password. And then my firstborn, Deuce, and I will participate in the last segment, sack race. The first time I've participated in the sack race since 6th grade, Adams School Elementary, 1970. That's the longest comeback from retirement. 70, 80, 90, 2000, 2010, 2020. That's 56 years since the last time I participated in the sack race. Think about that. That's coming up, and Deuce has never done it. I wonder what the odds would do. If Power Trip Bets is listening right now, could they put odds?
Yeah, if you can put some odds together by the time we get to 2:15 today.
On that fight, that would be really good. We'll take a break.
We're also playing a new game today with Lil B as well. We're going to try it out.
And you haven't even told me what it is, and so I'm a little worried.
Well, yeah, it could fail miserably.
Well, I just hope it's not embarrassing.
It should embarrass you.
Okay.
No.
Because I'm not going to arm wrestle her. I absolutely will not, because she's not a once, but a two-time Glencoe High School.
There's no physicality to it.
Very good.
It's all mental.
We'll take a break. We'll come back with more, broadcasting live from the Minnesota State Fair. We're at Carousel Park in the shadows of the grandstand right here on the Fan.
This is the Common Man, Dan Cole, live from the Fair on the Fan, presented by Mesh, Besher, and Spence.
Our iHeartRadio.
Don't miss the Middle Light Vikings kickoff concert September 13th, starring multi-platinum country singer-songwriter Cole Swindell. You can head to the Commons outside U.S. Bank Stadium before the Vikings kick off against the Green Bay Packers to open up the 2026 season. Gates open at 10:30 with live music starting at 11. It's an all-ages free event. More info, KFAN.com. Keyword events.
We're back here at the Minnesota State Fair, Carousel Park, shadows of the grandstand. It's been our location for at least 6-7 years, and maybe a couple of 13-14 years we've been here. We used to be over on Dan Patch and Cooper and the little tiny shack. Somebody reminded me, the Secretary of Nightlife, I texted him today to confirm he was going to play golf with me on Sunday, and he reminded me of the Jesse Ventura story. When we were broadcasting live from the fair, we used to be right on the sidewalk. And back in the old KQ days, they had a sidekick called the Crazy Cabbé. Do you remember Crazy Cabbé?
I just know the name.
Okay, does anybody remember the Crazy Cabbé? So Crazy Cabbé was that guy that was supposed to be like, create chaos, And I don't even know if they were doing digital back then. I think he was just recording these things audio. But he came by to taunt us at the booth. So he started squirting us with a squirt gun, right? And he thought it was really funny. And we're like, dude, what are you doing? And he's going to play it on Bernard's show, doing Tommy B's show. All of a sudden, Ventura, who was still working at the station, is walking down the sidewalk toward the booth. And he's standing there and he's shooting his squirt gun. It was like TV. It was like, what was the movie he was in? I Ain't Got Time to Bleed. Wasn't that Ventura? Wasn't he in that
Predator?
Movie? I think he was in Predator. It was just like Predator. He comes walking up and he walks right behind him, and Cabbé realizes it, and he turns and he goes, you got a problem? And you should have saw Crazy Cabbé. He started to shake, and he just took off because Ventura was ready to pop his head like a pimple. Yeah. The Crazy Cabbé. It was like a superhero movie, because we weren't going to do anything to him. We weren't afraid of our lives, but I said, dude, what are you doing? And the legendary Jesse Ventura rescued us from trouble, so we appreciate that. New merchandise here at the fair. I don't know if you know, the B-Flow for Dough Tea. What does that even mean?
B-Flow for dough?
B-Flow for Dough Tea. Dough Tea what? We have T-shirt that says B-Flow for Dough. We have the Driveway Club. Is that because it's lean in radio and people won't get out of their cars?
I'm assuming so. I think it's the morning show thing. Power Trip Morning Show.
How many people laugh just hearing the words Power Trip Morning Show? Well, let me see if you do. Power Trip Morning Show. See?
Yeah.
You just hear the word. It's that funny. You don't even have to listen to them. You just have to think about Power Trip Morning Show. You just start to laugh. Then there's the Grand Theft Auto KFAN lineup. And that's basically based on a
video game,
right?
Yep.
Then we have the KFAN Pocket Tee. That's come back now. For those of you who have Marlboro Red flip-top box, you put them in that top little pocket up there. It's a wonderful.
Or if you have a pocket protector, if you own the Twins.
If you own the Twins, you can use it as a pocket protector. There's the KFAN Football Lightweight Hoodie. Everybody likes a.
That's the one I want.
The lightweight hoodie is now in vogue, and you get to have one piece.
That's the one I'm going to choose. I haven't got it yet, but
here's what's nice. This is what they've done. They've allowed all of us here at the Fan one piece of merchandise that you can have for free. Despite the fact they'll make $250,000 on the merchandise, and it's all because of the slogans we've all come up with. But you know what? I'm not complaining. I love it here at iHeart.
Are you saying that the station is making more money off of you than you're making off of you, and you're you?
You are correct. However, the comeback would be they have the stick. That's old radio talk for an antenna. They've got the stick and we don't. So if you don't have a stick, you don't have a T-shirt slogan. So you grin and bear it, as we like to say. Toy department tee, is that big?
That's Barrero, yeah.
Big ticker. Does it have a toy on the front of it, or does it say toy department?
It's like a gray shirt. It's kind of like an old school looking shirt.
Oh. but no toy on it.
No, I don't think there was an actual toy.
Now here's where
Which toy would you choose?
Well, you would have several.
Oh yeah.
You would have several. You could have like
Slinky.
You could have a Slinky.
Mr. Potato Head.
Mr. Potato Head. Maybe even something like like a teddy bear or something like that.
A Barbie doll.
That's what I would have done. Then there's the Common Man Un-Tee. Has anybody seen that? It's an Un-Tee.
They said back there it's selling well right now.
Well, we're proud of it. It's basically
he's got it right there. Yeah,
right there. If you can see it, it's on display. Unprepared, uninformed, and unprofessional. I also think they should have added an unapologetic because we don't care, right? But it's the Common Man program, so we hope you buy that. And then there's
and you're unpaid when he buys that T-shirt.
Yes, and I'm unpaid. You're absolutely right. Very good. KFAN hat. We have two versions. We have one that's like the truck driver hat, the boxy one, 1991. You're going to buy one right now?
He was inspired.
I like the other one that's just got the little patch like he had on his head that says KFAN on it.
Yeah.
Little tiny one. I'm not a big fan of the big boxy truck driver one, but they're all good if you like them.
Whatever your style is.
What's really disappointing for us, I know for fairgoers you want sunshine and light breezes and cool temperatures and low humidity. We want driving rainstorms because we've invested hundreds of thousands of dollars in rain ponchos. That basically costs us 5 cents. And then when you're out there drowning like a rat, we tease you with them and go, how'd you like a rain poncho? And you go, yeah, could I have one, please? It's only $10. And it's just basically a hefty trash bag is what it is. But that's what they do. And, if you're drowning like a rat out there, you're thinking to yourself, I guess it's worth the $10. Speaking of that, so I'm playing with one of my golfing buddies today. He just went to Wrigley. And this is probably every stadium. But at Wrigley Field, do you know what it costs for one beer at Wrigley Field?
Oh, I'm sure it's like
$20.
I was going to say more.
$20 for a beer.
There's certain concert venues in town where it costs more than that for beer.
$20 for a beer at Wrigley Field. The bleacher seats, I think he said, cost him like $173 a piece. It's just insane. This is one of the reasons. And look, I'm not trying to deter you from sporting the hometown teams. And go ahead if you're willing to pay those outrageous prices. I'm all for it, right? But really, I think you're just better off getting a six-pack of Blatz. Do they still make Blatz? Does anybody drink beer? Clap your hands if you still drink beer. Yeah, you do. Have you ever had Blatz before? No. You've had it or just don't like it? Because Blatz is like it costs about 50 cents a beer. I mean,
Blatz.
Blatz. How many people were Hohenstein guys? Hohenstein, now you're talking, right? But here's the thing, Genevieve. Let's say you add $7. Would you buy a six-pack of Miller High Life, the champagne and bottled beers, or a case of Hohenstein? You buy the case of Hohenstein because you got more beer. You get more beer for your buck, but the beer is not as good for the buck you're paying, if that makes any sense. But I would say buy a six-pack of Blatz and just go home and watch a game on your TV, but that's
the problem is now on television it's a lot more expensive now,
too. They got you coming or going.
That's why I laugh when all these pro sports teams try to act like, oh, we're not making a lot of money and we're broke. How are you not making money when you're selling $20 beers? How are you not making a fortune?
They're making a fortune. Also, our online store, is that up and running right now? Anybody can order any merchandise right now. I mean, it says that.
There's some that are specific just to be online.
Yes. Also, we have sponsorships. As always, Meshbesher and Spence, they are sponsoring the bleachers. Also, the Rube of the Day, when $100 plus one grand prize winner gets Viking Packer tickets plus $200 in game day cash. New this year, and we really like this, a free original chicken sandwich from Chick-fil-A with every purchase over here. With every purchase, you get a...
That's better than the actual T-shirt you're going to get.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
The only thing is, the sandwiches have been here since Wednesday night. So right now, they're probably getting a little
wait till next
rancid.
week.
And just wait till next week if you buy one. No, actually, it's a gift card for it. So you can go to any participating, and I think they're all participating in the Twin Cities Chick-fil-A stores. Have you done any social posts yet?
A couple.
Oh, I think I'm going to do one. I'm not making this up. Now, again...
I was waiting for the stands to fill up a little bit first before I start taking pictures.
Aren't they full? I thought they were. Oh, there's another section over on that side. I come in from the media a lot. Wait till I show you pork chop on a stick. The line for it. The line for pork. Now, people are in line. It probably stretches from here to the grandstand and back.
It's crazy.
To pay $13 for a pork chop on a stick.
Yes.
$13. And there was one guy trying to cut in line. And the buddy was telling him, he was going, you can't do that. And he goes, no, just wait. So he's kind of like pretending he's looking. And they got the lead. He's trying to inch in his way in. He's going to try to duck in.
It's the same person that picks up a grape off a grocery store and eats it before paying for it.
He should be arrested.
Same type of person.
It's the same exact person. He should be arrested for it. So, yeah.
By the way, I don't know why it took me so long to discover this. You know, we've had the canopy issues forever, and we're seeing it right now, right? Everyone's trying to sit in the shade.
Right.
When I was walking behind the bleachers 9 to noon, they had like that little path with all the... Everyone was sitting back there because it's all shaded.
Right.
It's all shaded from trees. So why don't we just move the bleachers back about like 30 feet, and then you get all the shade coverage from the trees? We don't have to buy a canopy. We don't have to spend more money. We just got to move the bleachers back.
Do we have any volunteers to try to lift those bleachers right now and move them back? How many think it would take? Couple 13, 14 people. We could lift that up. We could give it a shot, I suppose, if you want. Or you could, like, tip it sort of kittywampus. Have you ever heard the word kittywampus?
Kittywampus?
You familiar with it?
I mean, I've heard the word. I don't know what it means.
Kittywampus means it's not like it's supposed to be. Like if you tilted that up to the right, it would be kittywampus. We could tilt it from the back to the front and then throw some blankets on there, some bed sheets, and that might work. Now, you could get crushed by it.
Sure.
But, that's the chance you take.
Might be some safety code violations
there.
There
might be,
but
we could give that a shot, too.
Yeah, we just got to move the bleachers back. That was the solution to this all along.
Now, speaking of prices, apparently now that the Lynx are the hottest ticket in town, they're now becoming one of the most expensive. Did you see that story?
I did not.
Renewals for the 2027 season are underway, and the Fish Wrap Factory on the West spoke with more than 20 Lynx season ticket holders. 15 provided invoices for the 2026-2027 seasons, showing increases ranging from 15.3% to 47.3%, depending upon the section. Among those 15 season ticket holders, the average increase was 28.7%. That translates to price hikes in hundreds or thousands of dollars over a single year. While fans of some WNBA franchises have expressed sticker shock, Lynx season ticket holders who spoke to the Fish Wrap said they understood what's driving the increases. Why do too? It's called greed. It's like, hey, we got a hot ticket in town. We can charge more for it. There's plenty more where that
we got the
came
best
from.
WNBA player, and she's a rookie, so now we are going to be...
Yeah, so guess what? The rich get richer.
Well, I will say, didn't with the new CBA, all the salaries in the WNBA go up quite a bit, so it would make a little bit sense that the tickets are going to have to go up to pay for it.
Our new owner is also worth billions of dollars, too.
Sure.
So, again... But it is the price to pay, and if you don't,
but I mean, what is? How many people? What's their average attendance for a Lynx game? It's not. They don't have the upper deck open. Do they not have the upper deck open? And they're filling that? Really? They're getting like 18,000 to Lynx games? Did not know that.
The average WNBA salary is expected to nearly quintuple. I'm familiar with quintuples on a golf course. I've had many.
I'm very familiar with the quintuple.
With the quintuple bogey. The average WNBA salary is expected to nearly quintuple from about $120,000 in 2025 to more than $580,000 this year, while team salary caps are projected to grow from $7 million in 2026 to more than $11 million by 2032. And think about it, our new guy, Bada Binga, Bada Kaminga, is making $12 million, $6 each year. So over a 2-year stretch, he's making with the entire roster.
Lynx fans are having to pay for us going over the luxury tax for the Wolves.
But as the 4-time WNBA champ Lynx chase their first title in a decade, some longtime fans are concerned they won't be able to follow the team the same way. One of their season ticket holders said, I love that the league is doing so well. I love that these players are getting paid. However, it feels like they're pricing out the people who made this team their number one thing. And that's what they are.
That's what they're going to do.
Pricing out the people that were there from the beginning, through thick and thin, that never deserted this club. We're there through the good times and the bad times. Great song by Led Zeppelin. Anybody familiar with Led Zeppelin? Clap your hands. Hey, we have some people that are familiar with Led Zeppelin.
Lynx are averaging 12,040 people per game.
Is that the largest?
They're hot. No, they are 6th in the NBA in attendance.
Are the larger markets the ones that are bigger, or is it the better
Golden
teams?
State's 1, New York Liberty 2, Indiana Fever 3, Portland Fire. Their expansion, are they not? They're 4th. LA Sparks are 5th.
There's nothing else to do in Portland. They have the Trailblazers.
Yes.
Right? That's it.
But in the summer, there's nothing else to do.
That is absolutely right. So, yeah. So, but, again, if you want to pay the money, everybody has to pick and choose what they want to pay for, right? Some things, if Teneby wants to buy hockey skates, he wants to play hockey, he plays for it, that's what he does.
Washington Mystics are averaging 4,200. Golden State, on the other hand, is averaging over 18,000.
And that's about what you get for a Power Trip morning show. Power Trip. They're good. Now, when are they out here again for that big super show? Their big show.
I don't remember.
I think that's next.
They're doing some
Tuesday.
weeknight things and
I think they're doing Tuesday.
some weekend things.
By the way, how many people are planning to attend one of the 2 Power Trip broadcasts from Minnesota State Fair? Clap your hands. Boy, that popularity is sort of, if that's any indication. Because I was going to suggest, it used to be when they would first do that, if you wanted to have a seat in the bleachers, let's say it's next Tuesday, you would have to sit right there where you are now because there was no way they would be vacant by the time Tuesday rolls around. That's how popular the Power Trip morning show is. So anyway.
By the way, Power Trip Bets did come out with the odds.
Oh, they do.
For you versus Deuce.
Okay.
So in the sack race. Did we determine how long we're doing this?
Well, I don't know. It's all the genesis of the idea was my greatest athletic achievement was winning the Adams School Elementary Track and Field Day sack race. 60 yards, I won the blue ribbon. It's the first time and only time I've ever. Well, we finished first at the radio station on a number of occasions. Ouch! I hit my head. But it's the only time. And that's like a 60-yard dash.
How old were you?
6th grade. So
6th grade, okay.
12 years, 11 or 12 years old.
Yeah.
Probably 11 because it was going into. Who's got the marijuana, man? I can smell it a mile away. It's Acapulco Gold. No, it's Colombian Red.
So are you going to be able to adjust to this being more of a sprint than the 60-yard dash, where you need a little more conditioning?
No, because but here's the point I'm getting to. Deuce just ran his second ever marathon. He ran Grandma's Marathon and finished in 3 hours, 7 minutes, and some odd seconds. Pretty impressive.
Yeah.
Right? He's a distance runner that's used to pacing himself.
Yes.
At 60 yards, I'm pretty much going full bore right out. Yeah. Now, the thing is, he's significantly younger than. As a matter of fact, I'm literally old enough to be his grandfather. I'm 6'7", he's 2'3". So I'm old enough to be his grandfather. I got a late start. So it's the geezer against.
But you're savvy. You know the technique.
Well, that's it. Now, it's going to be a little bit of a shorter. It's not going to be 6 yards. So I can't pace myself at all. I mean, I got to go, and I got to go fast, and I got to go hard. But it should be fun. It should be exciting. I mean, it's not Power Trip morning show. I mean, it's not that, But it's still going to be.
But the odds are set from Power Trip Bets.
Okay.
He has Deuce as the favorite at minus 200. He has you as the underdog at plus 200.
So you bet.
So for Deuce, if you wanted to bet on Deuce, you would have to bet 200 to win 100.
Okay.
For you could bet 100 to win 200.
Smart money right here, my boy. Smart money right here. Well, let me guess. You think Deuce has got me?
I would take the Deuce at minus 200. I think those are very friendly odds.
Would you call that a value bet?
A bet? Bet? Well, it looks like Blakemore wants to bet me.
Blakemore, do you want to bet?
It just sounded like you were rearing for a bet, Tanner. That's what it sounds like.
Well, yeah, I am. Are you the one wanting to bet me?
No.
Yeah.
Or are you just playing that for common?
I was playing that to try to.
My fear, though, is like these.
Whoa. Do you see what happens when contestants and athletes in the game start betting on? I can't make a bet.
Yeah, that's what I'm worried about. You and Deuce are in on this together, and you're going to rig it to take my bet away.
Well, here's what we were thinking of doing. At least what I thought of. We would have raced today. Deuce, I would win. Then there would be an investigation. They'd say that Deuce tanked it so his father could win, and we'd have to have a rematch next Friday.
Next Friday.
But now he's going to be in Lincoln on. He's going to a wedding or something like that. So we weren't able.
By the way, we might be streaming this today at KFAN.com/watch because it's going to be right after Program Password.
Yes.
So as long as Zach can keep hanging out with us,
It might be
we might just continue the broadcast down to the.
I kind of like the idea.
So you can watch it if you're not here.
So it's the first new thing we've done in 20 years.
Yep.
Because we've never done anything new in 20 years, so we're finally figured something out. We'll do that at about 2:30. Let's take a break. We'll come back when we do the feminine touch to the program. The Smoke Show from Glencoe.
Yeah, baby.
The Foxy Lady, Little B, joins us live at the Minnesota State Fair. We're broadcasting from Carousel Park in the shadows of the grandstand, right here on the Fan.
Broadcasting live in front of a couple 13, 14 people. It's the Common Man.